Today I'm excited. I have a stay soft chocolate chip cookie. It doesn't matter if you leave it out on a plate, put it in a Ziploc bag, or leave it in your refrigerator. This chocolate chip cookie will stay soft. So we're going to start this recipe with 1/4 cup water, followed by 1/8 teaspoon guar gum. Now a stick blender is definitely the best tool to use while mixing guar gum, but if you do not have one, you can use a standard traditional mixer. Just make sure you mix till there are no clumps. At that point, this is what it should look like. Now to limit dishes, it's best to just keep it in this jar. Now here's something I love to use this pre-cut parchment paper for. I'm going to go ahead and take my almond flour and dump it on this parchment paper. This will help guide your 1/2 cup almond flour into this small container. Now you're going to need 2 tablespoons Crisco. Place it in the microwave for about 30 seconds until it's melted like this. Then stir it until it fully dissolves. Go ahead and add it to the mixture. Add 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and then we will need 1 large egg. Now blend this until you get a real smooth and creamy texture. This will help smooth out some of your almond flour. Now in a medium bowl, go ahead and add your wet mixture. Now we're going to add an additional 3/4 cup sifted almond flour, followed by 1/4 cup rind flour. And look at this almond flour, then the rind flour. It has to be ultra fine like this, guys. This can be achieved by running your food processed pork rinds through a sifter to create ultra fine rind flour like this. Take a look at how large some of these chunks are. These came from a quick unsifted batch of rind flour I made in bulk. Now add your 1/4 cup rind flour, then 1/2 cup packed brown sugar. Then with your hand mixer, start with the brown sugar and work your way out, making sure you get these ingredients well incorporated. Now set your mixture to the side, and it's time to get our final mix mixed up. Now you'll need 1/2 cup allulose, and it has to be allulose, then 1/4 cup water. Now in a small saucepan, you're going to take 1/4 cup water. And I know what you're thinking. Here comes caramel. Oh no, but I'll show you a fail-safe way. Go ahead and set this to 300. Then take your sugar and make sure when pouring it in, you do not get any on the outside edge. Pour directly in the center, just like this. It sounds crazy, but all it takes is one crystal to set off a chain reaction. Now, just let this sink down in. Watch as it gradually absorbs. See how it's slowly falling in? This is what you want to wait for. Do not touch it. It is so important. Let it cook out like you're seeing. You're going to see it comes off the outer edge and will work its way in. It is very important that you do not disturb this. Just let it continue to gradually move in as you see. Once it has taken over the whole area and you have a good consistent bubble like this, we're going to remove it from the heat. Now let it cool for at least 5 minutes. Now take 2 tablespoons butter and melt it in the microwave. Now if you want to add chopped nuts to your cookies, that's fine, but we're going to add them a little bit later. Look at how stiff this batter has gotten because the pork rinds have absorbed water. Now we're going to go ahead and add that melted butter. Go ahead and get this mixed up a bit. Once you got it mixed up, we're going to slowly drizzle this syrup into the mixture. So drizzle in a little, and then we're going to mix. Get that mixed. You don't have to mix it super well. Just mix it up a bit. Then we're going to drizzle in a little bit more. We're going to continue this process, drizzling it in until all of it has been added to the mixture. Continue to mix it till you get a nice smooth consistency like this. Now it's time to go nuts, and for me, pecans make a perfect addition to a chocolate chip cookie. Now I'll show you a trick I use when using my 16 by 24 inch parchment paper. Go ahead and take your pre-cut parchment paper and fold it in half. Then make sure to give it a good crease right at the center like this. Now the cookie scoop I'm using is a number 40, and guys, when you scoop this out, make sure you get a good level scoop like this. You want to make sure all of your cookies are consistent. Now the wonderful thing about this batter is it's very soft. Look how I can just take the edge of my scooper and form this cookie. Now for best results, go ahead and take these edges like this in, and with your finger basically smooth them out. Those little thin wisps and edges have a tendency to burn, and you do not want to do that with this recipe. Once you get those edges smoothed out, it's time to get these in the oven at 325 for about 13 minutes. Once removed from the oven, make sure to get these off that hot cookie sheet quick. Carefully slide them away and onto your counter to begin their first stages of cooling. Now to that tip I referred to earlier. You're going to take a sharp knife, carefully pulling it into that crease you made earlier along the whole edge of this parchment paper. Now you can pull it out from underneath the other sheet and you have a perfect piece for your next batch. Once your cookies have cooled for a minute, you're going to add your chocolate chips. I used Bake Believe chocolate wafers for these and then regular Bake Believe right here. Now firm but gently press your chips into the dough while they are still warm. Now get these to your cooling rack and patiently wait at least 20 minutes before devouring them. Now I wanted to experiment with these, so I made some really thin like this just to see if they turned out crispy. And let me tell you, I was so stunned by what happened. I ended up with an ultra thin, soft cookie. If you value my time creating recipes for you guys, please share my videos on any social media platform you can. Thanks so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next video.